Hey, what's going on? Luke here to give you an update on Rugby League Live 4 and potentially Rugby League Live 5, depending on what it was going to be called. I would assume Rugby League Live 5, but we'll never know, because I don't think Rugby League Live 5 is ever going to be released. Now, I've done videos in the past where I was quite optimistic. I've done videos in the past as well where I was like, no, it's not coming out anytime soon. And I think with the news that came out on Monday, the news being that Rugby League Live 4 is being removed from Steam, it was the last remaining platform that you could buy Rugby League Live 4 on, and it's being removed very, very shortly. It's funny, you can see the little bulletin update things that they've done, and it's 2017, 2018, and then 2024. So it shows you how long it's been since the game was released and since there's been any updates. So the fact that people are still playing this game, it shows you the fan base is there. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be getting a Rugby League Live 5. The reason for the game going off of Steam, and I assume the consoles as well, and it's something that we kind of figured at the time, and it's been confirmed, is that the licensing is up, which honestly is actually a good thing, and this is why I think this is actually positive news. Now, you're probably thinking, how is this positive? Like, I don't understand what's your logic in this. But my logic is that we know that they've done captures of players, and we know that there's definitely been a game in the works. They've done, like, players have done interviews and stuff, the media have talked about it. I think Andrew Voss has confirmed that he had recorded lines. They definitely were producing something. This wasn't some sort of made-up thing that they were making a game. This is definitely in the works. It just never happened for whatever reason. I mean, think back to 2020 when there was news of the new game coming out. Everybody was super excited. Then COVID hit. So it makes sense that COVID kind of threw, a spanner in the works for a lot of their plans. But let's not get it twisted and try and say that there was never any plans of a new Rugby League game coming out, because there definitely was. And you can see it in Chad Townsend's vlogs and a fair few other people. The players were literally confirming like it was a game coming out. They were getting told it was a game. So no other games come out. There's nothing been in the works, so we can't even look at, maybe it was a mobile game, or maybe it was this, maybe it was that. No, they were straight up getting captured for a video game. So that part is confirmed. What is interesting though is that happened so long ago, and then nothing happened in the meantime. There was no talks about it. People emailing the NRL, and they kept talking about the fact that there is something in the works. So again, that leads to another example of the fact that there is a game in the works, or there was a game in the works. However, True Blue is being renowned to have just been really hard to work with, and Big Ant, I credit Big Ant, they've done plenty of things in the past. Now, where I'm going with this is I think that Big Ant actually had a game in the works, or there is another studio that has a game in the works. They were just waiting for the licensing to either be renewed or come up, depending on who ends up making the game. Now, if it's Big Ant and they're working with True Blue, I'm sure they're hoping to extend the license and, maybe not just have one more game, hoping to, do something long term. Maybe that's what they were doing. Maybe they're trying to negotiate, and then they just figured, hey, we just can't negotiate. Maybe the NRL is super hard to negotiate with. That wouldn't surprise me. Or hopefully, fingers crossed, there's a new developer who's come in with a new publisher and just straight up new in general, and they're coming in with new ideas, and they're going to take the Rugby League branding and take the Rugby League game and hopefully create something magical, because that'd be absolutely amazing. I think with the reach of video games, especially in 2024, I think out of everything that can grow the game, especially internationally, I think a great video game would be it. And I've talked about that to the death. That's something that I've really harped on, is that I think a video game is super essential. We've seen how many games the AFL have released in the meantime. Rugby Union's always got games coming out. Even sports like tennis and stuff, I mean, they've got bloody Tour de France games coming out. They've got lacrosse games coming out. Cricket always has games coming out. And some of them are by the same people who've been making the Rugby League games. And you think if there's plenty of developers who are making games on Rugby Union, then a lot of the animations would be quite similar, so you think they'd be able to do something there. We've even seen some independent ones, Rugby League Legends, come out, which is a great little game. Very cartoony, and it's very arcadey, and it's a really fun game. So it shows you that there are people willing to take a punt on a Rugby League game. They just need the licensing for it. And I think once you get the licensing, it'd be absolutely fantastic. Like I said, to this day, 2024, 7 years later, I can still go on TikTok, I can still go on YouTube, but I can have over 100 people watching me over the different platforms, watching me play a game that came out 7 years ago, and they still like, where can I get this game? Fortunately for them, they can't really get the game anymore, Rugby League Live 4 that is, and Rugby League Live 3 for that matter too, I should have mentioned that. But hopefully this is promising signs of fact that the licensing is up, and it had been sort of held at ransom, and they clearly weren't going to release a game. So the licensing was there, it just they weren't doing anything with it. So now that it's up, hopefully someone snatches it up and they go on and do absolutely beautiful things, because I really think it can be popular. I think it can actually pop off. I think it can go viral. As weird as it sounds, I think it can take rugby league to the next level. Trust me, the amount of people I know who play NBA 2K and end up watching NBA or have played the FIFA series over the years, whatever, and then they've got into the sport purely through the video game, it's through the roof. There's so many people who are like that. I know myself. When I'm playing NBA 2K, that's when I'm most invested in the NBA. I'll start watching games and stuff. This is where you can draw in the casuals. And then you just add in that there's already a fan base there who is just clutching for anything. They could release literally the worst game and I think we'd all probably still buy it just because of how long it's been. I don't want to give them any ideas, but we need a new rugby league game, and I think this is promising signs, because as it stood, we weren't going to get one from Big Ant and True Blue. Maybe we'll get one from Big Ant and someone else. Maybe we'll get some brand new developers and publishers. But True Blue, thumbs down for you, man. You've held at ransom for all these years. Yes, you were one of the first ones to come up with games consistently, I guess, to a degree. But also, you kind of screwed us for 7 years. So good riddance. On to the next one, and hopefully bigger and better things. Now, guys, let me know in the comment section below. Are you happy? Are you excited? Do you think there's going to be a new Rugby League game? The reason I'm titling this, there's going to be no Rugby League Live 5, is because I don't think they're going to continue with the Rugby League Live franchise. I'd imagine they'll probably go with something brand new. I'd imagine maybe an NRL 2025 or Rugby League 25, something like that. I've seen Rugby Union come up with it. Obviously, EAFC, NBA, all those different formats, WWE, they seem to just go the sport and then the year. Pretty simple stuff. It allows them to release yearly. I don't know if they do that for a rugby league game, but it's just food for thought there. But let me know in the comment section below. What are your thoughts on a brand new rugby league game? Definitely not coming out in 2024, you would imagine, but hopefully 2025. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Well, that's the end of this video. If you happen to enjoy it, make sure you leave a like, subscribe. You know the drill at this point. Everybody YouTuber says it. Just go ahead and do it. It'd really help me out. Also, why not go ahead and check out some of these other videos that are on the screen right now.